Now, as you know, Magda Szubanski is one of those household names, and for a long time she's one that everyone has loved. She's one of those people who's so popular, whose name is so unusual too, that we all get to know her just as Magda. Everyone knows who you're talking about. The comedian and actress struck global fame and affection through the movie Babe.
But he's just a little pig. Well, it's more of a dog, really. But he's practically human.
She's great. And in Suburbia, of course, she's been much loved as Sharon Strzelecki from Kath and Kim.
Pepper isn't daggy. Nicole wore it to the Golden Globe. She looked ace, despite what everyone said.
Yeah, well, then we had the specific cruise idea.
Oh, that sounds good. Where specifically in the specific were you going to go?
Now, when you're that popular, it's hard to turn the mob against you, but that seems to be what's happened to our Magda. You see, she decided to get all political and nasty. Free speech, that's of course her right to do that, free speech and all that, but sometimes there are consequences, especially when you get nasty. As we've shown you before, she let her lefty activism get the better of her, and she took aim on Twitter against Jenny Morrison, the Prime Minister's wife, usually someone who'd be off limits unless she did something wrong. Magda didn't like the look of her and her husband signing a book of condolence for Prince Philip. Now, as if that wasn't nasty enough, Magda, who has a gig with Channel 9 that I'll come to in a moment, Magda went on a current affair on 9, and her explanation for what she did to Jenny Morrison, well, it was pathetic.
I would take a lie detector if they demanded it, but I didn't realise that it was her. I just thought it was a very strange and sort of inept PR photograph. And all I'm suggesting is, with that comment, is why would you put something that looks like The Handmaid's Tale out as a photo op? That's why I said immediately afterwards I was not, or very soon afterwards, I wasn't making a comment about her appearance. I mean, I can't prevent other people from saying what they're going to say.
She didn't know it was Jenny Morrison, and then later in the interview she contradicted that by saying it was about Jenny Morrison's Christianity. And then Magda claimed to be a social media victim herself, and you think she might have worked out it was better just to stop digging. Well, now Magda's new television game show, The Wokest Link, or as Paul Murray has dubbed it, The Wokest Link. This show was going to start next week, but it's been delayed, apparently at least for a few weeks. Now, clearly Magda has damaged her brand, insulted a lot of people who aren't quite as hateful in their politics or aren't offended by Christianity. You know, she might have offended most of mainstream Australia. It's not good when you want to be a marketable celebrity. Now, does this mean that Magda's been cancelled? Of course not. She and Channel 9 are suffering some consequences from her nastiness. They probably want to put some space between the controversy and the show launching. And of course, Magda should not be cancelled. If you believe in free speech, she should be allowed to share these political messages. There's nothing quite so nasty that she said that should cost her her job at Channel 9, or she's not going to face any defamation action or anything like that. It was just plain politically nasty. But especially if you're in the business of being popular, there's going to be a cost to being unkind to people based on nothing but political difference. So I hope Magda comes back, and I hope she does well and wins over the public again, because hopefully she might have learned something about simple respect.